have a very special guest from UK who is celebrating his 20th anniversary, Tom Dixon. Welcome to Istanbul, welcome to Diseño. It's an honor for us to see you here. I am so pleased. Thank you for your visit.
It's so nice to be in Turkey. Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
I hope you had a good journey
to
Istanbul. Great. As I know, you are celebrating, as we know, you are celebrating your 20th anniversary, and it's a good opportunity for us to host you after Milan, London, and now in Istanbul. What can you tell us about your past 20 years?
Well, it's just a number, okay, 20.
Yeah, sure.
But, I think it's a great opportunity to look at all of the different things that we've done. I mean, obviously, I've been working in design for longer than 20 years. I had many lives before in craft, working for the Italian brands, then working for a company called Habitat. But I decided to start my own label 20 years ago. So to do that, I tried to use the model of the fashion business, you know, where the designer has his name above the shop. You'll see in your shop that there's many brands, but those brands are more manufacturing brands or distribution brands which have many designers working for the brand. Yeah. So here, I think what we do differently is by having one designer, we're in a position to talk about a collection with more focus and more unity. And we've had lots of great adventures over the last 20 years. And what's so nice is to be able to be in new places with new friends. And it's great to finally do what we've been talking about for the last couple of years, which has been impossible to do because of COVID, and actually come and see the people that actually buy our stuff and sell our stuff as well. So thanks for inviting me. Yeah.
You're welcome. What do you think about future? How will be the design in the future?
So we've already finished with 20 years, and now we're already moving on to the future. Well, you know, I mean,
or let's go by today.
Okay. Well, the future is complicated, right? We can see already that there's much less positivity about the future than maybe in the 60s or 70s, where futurism, at least in design, was the aesthetic, right? But I think, you know, the concerns that people have about the environment and the concerns that people have about how we live will come out in how they want to furnish their interiors. I mean, you can see even with our collection, there's a lot more materiality. You know, people are looking for permanence as well, or stability, I think. So when we make things, we try and put maximum amount of materials. You know, the things are heavy, right? And they tend to be relatively simple shapes, and sometimes, you know, these much more earthy earthy tones of things. And I think people will be thinking a lot more about where things come from and how they're made as well as just the function. And they'll definitely be looking for things like texture and solidity in the product.
And when we go back to your 20th anniversary, you have a limited edition new series, which is dedicated for 20th anniversary, like these candles. Would you like to say something about this, or the others? Those wine sets.
Okay, well, we've come back from our big show in Milan, which is obviously the moment where we launched things, and we wanted to have some things which had at least a bit of a commemorative aspect to them. So there's definitely in the accessories section. There's some things which are purely commemorating the anniversary, which you're showing here, like the candles and the tableware. In Milan, we showed a lot of conceptual ideas about upgrading some of the things that we've done before, but also about ideas about what we're looking into in the near future, which again, we're talking a lot about not so much new materials, but traditional materials used in new ways. Like, for instance, the cork that you see over here, which is very much a traditional material that's been used for forever for all kinds of things, from footwear and of course for closing bottles and for fishing things, but not so much used in furniture. and it's an amazing material because it's carbon positive, which is a big story right now with COP27 going on about what we're going to do about that. So there's some materials that actually you can use which have got a positive impact.
Okay. My last question will be about how did you find the setup for Tom Dixon as your brand? How did you find the Diseňo? What you think about us or what you think about Turkish market? These are the last questions.
I've visited Turkey many times over the last, 20 years, or maybe even longer. And often I was visiting for other reasons, like, for instance, manufacturing.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting to see the other side of the coin, which is that it's got an incredibly sophisticated culture in things like cuisine, which I always really enjoy. But coming here is seeing, a world-class display of our products. And we never know when we have the conversations in Milan, what the reality is on the ground. So it's been really impressive to see the amount of product in the windows and to see the scale of the store and to be also with like-minded brands, with somebody who understands. And of course, when you look at Turkey from a distance, you don't know that it's going to be like this. So I'm very impressed. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the night for your celebration and enjoy your stay in Istanbul. Hope to see you soon again.
Yeah, and thank you again. I mean, the last thing I wanted to say is that, we can talk about products and we talk about, prices, and you can talk about interior design, but in the end, the thing in business that really counts is the personal relationships, it's the people, right? And so, we're very honoured to be here, and I love the amount of investment in time and effort you've made to make our display look so amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.